Hey, welcome back to Meet the Masons. Thank you guys for joining us again. So as you can see, the background looks a little bit different because from our last video that we made, we changed River's room around from a baby nursery to a toddler room. So I absolutely love it. I think she loves it too. Nonetheless, I'm going to be updating you guys on weeks 27 through 29. So if you are interested, go ahead and stay tuned. Alrighty guys, wow, I'm in my third trimester. Today I'm 30 weeks and it's just so crazy to me that it has flown by. Like in the beginning it was kind of slow, but now I feel like time is just flying and I just kind of want it to slow down. So as you guys know, when I do these pregnancy updates, I start off with any physical symptoms I've had, 2, any decisions that we've made, and then number 3, the baby bump. So I'm gonna go right ahead. I really have to make this a quick video. You guys are probably laughing at me because I hardly ever make it short or whatever, but I'm on a time limit nonetheless. Excuse me. So the past 3 weeks, wow, I just been feeling bigger. I've been feeling bigger. So I've gone from 125 pounds to 141 pounds. So I've gained about 16 pounds so far, which isn't terrible, but I went from 130 to 155 with River, so I gained 25 pounds and I'm already at 16 pounds. 16 pounds. So this is kind of, I'm like, all right now. So I do think he's going to be a bigger baby, to be quite honest. I think he's going to be long. River was long too. It could be that I just have a short torso, but yeah. So the way if you guys can see, so some babies, like some women who have short torsos, like my torso is kind of like medium, but once you can't really expand this way anymore, your belly starts to get round right here. Oh my gosh, I hate that. I remember seeing that with one of my friends, and she, like, some women just go straight out, and then some people start to get that bulge on the side, and so I'm starting to get that bulge on the side, which is not that cute to me, but that's not even like the hardest part of pregnancy, so I don't really care. I have been using my rosehip oil. I had to re-up on mine because I got 2 bottles with my last pregnancy and I used about 1.5, and so I just recently over the weekend had to get another bottle, and it's like probably like this big, and I used probably like 4 squirts, and I only rub it on my stomach and maybe like the sides. Everything else I use regular lotion. Last time I used like bio oil and rosehip oil. Didn't really make a difference, and bio oil is more expensive. So I just stuck with the rosehip oil. Actually, I still have a little bit of bio oil left, so I may or may not use that towards the end. But like I said, it didn't make a difference because I think stretch marks are really hereditary, if you ask me. And I was talking to my midwife, and she was like, honestly, also water. Water. The more water intake you have, the more elastic your skin will be. And if you aren't drinking that much, then you're probably gonna stretch. So there's that. As far as symptoms, you guys know I've had like just kind of, I would feel uneasy or like I'm not fainting, but feeling faint. And so sometimes I'll be out and about, like I'll be at a store and I just have to like rest on something and catch my breath. And it's not really I'm catching my breath, it's like my body feels very faint right now and I need to sit down. So that has happened occasionally in the last 3 weeks. And when it gets bad, like literally I'm like this, like slumped over. Nothing will make me feel better unless I sit my tail down. So that has been one thing, and then I found out why, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But other than that, sleeping, guys, oh my gosh, I like to sleep on my left side. I prefer sleeping on my left side, and they say that's the best side to sleep on because of your heart or whatever. But eventually, like, my arm will like go numb. this side, I mean, that's a lot of weight to be thrown around on one side. And so I try to move over to my right side, and I fall asleep on my right side because River is in the middle of us and I sleep on, anyway, I fall asleep on my right side and I get on my left side. And so I have to switch throughout the night, and I literally feel like I'm waking all the way up just to pick up my body and turn to another side. Sometimes I sleep on my back as well. So that has been that. You know, like, I get my sleep. My sleep is decent. Like, I don't think my sleep is horrible. So that's not bad. Other than that, clothes don't fit. It's frustrating. It's just gotten to that stage where I really am like testing myself when I put on pants that are not maternity pants, because I do have a couple pants that were already a little bit too big, and they were very stretchy, and they're also very low rise. So for me, I had a C-section. My scar is right here. If I wear anything or pants where it sits like along here, it actually feels like support, and it feels good. So people wonder, like, how can you still wear jeans at this point? That is why I cannot wear high rise jeans or any jeans that are like mid rise or like mid waist or whatever. I cannot fit those. I can't even like scrunch them down, like they just hurt. So feeling uncomfortable. So now I'm in a place where I can like really only wear maternity jeans and dresses and stuff. So there's a thrift store that is nearby my home, and it's been very, very helpful. I actually got this little tank top. It's from Target. Actually, this thrift store is really special because it's new stuff. It's new stuff. They have a partnership with Target, I believe, and they sell it for really, really, really cheap. I'm talking like shirts and dresses for $2 to $5, and they have a lot of maternity stuff because, you know, people don't wear a lot of maternity stuff, I guess. So that has been helping me out a lot. So I've gotten a lot of like stretchy tanks and dresses and stuff from there, and it has really, really helped me out. So I'm grateful for that in that department. So that has helped me out a lot. Other than that, I keep checking my belly for more stretch marks. I already talked about that, but still, I don't want any more. I really don't want any more. But I feel like I've gotten to a place where I'm big. And I know I don't look big to you guys, but it's big for me. So don't come for me. But I feel like a whale. And sometimes, many times, and I don't feel like I can get any bigger. Although I know I am going to. I have a lot more inches to go. So anyway, yes. So physically, that has been that. And then I wanted to share this with you guys. Trying to make this short, but it's not going to be short nonetheless. So if you guys were on my Instagram today meaning November 12th, you guys saw that I shared this moment of throwing up on myself on the way to pick up River. It was like, what do you do? You're riding in the car 50 miles per hour. You got your toddler in the back. You look around. There's a lunchbox with food in it. You're on your way to her daycare. You have the bottle of juice, which here's a bottle, and this is where the juice is. And then you have, you know, you just took your last bite of your croissant, and you have the napkin in your hand. So I freak out, and I'm like, where? Because I do not want to throw up in her lunch bag because that's going to ruin all her snacks. So I just threw up in my hand thinking it wasn't going to be much. Well, it wasn't much at first. And then I just kept vomiting until all my breakfast was out. And yes. So I say all that to say that I don't know what it was. I did mix some beet juice with this juice that I've been drinking that's really good. I mean, it's like sugar. It's like mango tangerine, you know, those little mixes, those cocktails or whatever. And I put beet juice in it for the first time, so that was different. I took some B12, a vitamin that I hadn't taken in a while. And you know, I had croissant with bacon, and so I can't really pinpoint what it was, but it made me nauseous. And I was very upset because I felt like I was doing good. Like I actually took my vitamins, which I have not been consistently. And I was eating breakfast and I decided to pick up my beet juice, and I'll tell you guys why about the beet juice later. And so, you know, then I throw it up and I have on an outfit that it took a while for me to find something that I could actually fit, and then I literally threw up all over myself. So that was actually very disappointing this morning, and I ended up going back home. Got to the daycare and I couldn't get out the car. Like, y'all, it was in my lap. It looked like I peed myself. It was in my hair. It was everywhere. So I just called Jared. He was like, what do you want me to do, babe? And I'm like, I don't even know. He was like, well, I can help you clean up and I can take her back. I was like, man, that's such a waste of time. But he did. And so I'm so grateful for my husband. But anyway, rewind. The beet juice. So a little part of my pregnancy that I don't normally talk about because I don't like pity parties. I don't like anybody to feel sorry for me. I trust God. I have my moments where I am frustrated with God and I'm like, when are you gonna come through, God? But I still believe God, so I don't feel a need to really let people know of the challenges that I have, because I'm like, you know, I told my husband and then we're just gonna get through it, which a large part of me still believes that. But another part is like, you know, I do these pregnancy updates. I've been doing this for 2 years, and it's important that you guys know some of the other health challenges that I've been having. And this video is already getting long, so I'm just going to give you a synopsis of it. But last pregnancy, I dealt with thrombocytopenia, which is low platelet counts. So for some people, like, okay, what's the big deal? So when you have low platelets or you have any issues with your blood, first of all, sometimes you don't even know. But then when you find out, it's like, oh, that explains why I've been faint, why I've been really tired, why I've been feeling weak. And yeah, so anyway, so last time when I found out I had it with River, one of the side effects is that you cannot have an epidural, because in the event that you were to bleed out, you don't have enough blood to bleed out. So unlike some people who may have enough blood to compensate for bleeding out, people with low platelet counts do not. So it's very risky, and it puts you at risk for birth. I'm not gonna get emotional about this. So it puts you at risk when you're giving birth. Like, you want to make sure you're not bleeding too much. Nobody wants to think about that. Nobody thinks about the amount of blood they have when they're giving birth. It's not what people think about. Anyway, so I dealt with that last time, and even throughout to delivery. So that's what happened. That's the reason why I didn't get an epidural with River, which praise God I didn't, because I would have got the epidural and would not have felt anything, but River would have still not come down because of the umbilical cord being wrapped around her neck. So the C-section was good for me. So I did not have an epidural with my C-section. I got a spinal tap, which is kind of similar, but I believe it wears off quicker than the epidural would, and it's just a little bit different. So I got that last time. So I'm thinking, okay, so this time around my levels were better. They weren't like amazing, but they were better than they were last time. They were significantly low last time with River, but this time they were better. Until I got my blood work done a couple days ago, and then the test came back and it was just like, it was low again. So I was just like, okay. And so it helped me to explain why I get those spells where I'm feeling really faint and really tired, and sometimes I have to tell, like, I sing on the praise team, and you know, my personality is to push myself. I try not to be a lazy person. When I veg out, I veg out. But when I work, I'll work. So that's the kind of person I am. Like, I'm on or off. When I'm off, please believe I'm off. So I try to push myself as much as I can, but sometimes, like, there have been like a couple instances where I say, hey, you guys, I cannot sing on the praise team today. And I can't say it's because, you know, I'm being challenged with thrombocytopenia or my platelet counts are low. I just say, you know, feeling a little weak and it's a pregnancy thing, which it is, but I don't want the pity, you know. So those are the reasons why I would have to sit myself down, because it's not like a normal, like, oh, I feel faint. Is different when you have issues with your blood and you're not getting enough oxygen. running throughout your body, and it's a lot of components to it. But yeah, so I've been dealing with that, and so getting the test results and it's saying that and then more issues with the blood. Is just like, why? You know, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. And it's just so funny how the enemy works. And I just know that challenges come, you know, and some people's portion is they deal with what is it called? I can't even think of it right now, but when you have like high blood pressure in pregnancy, or some people deal with literally being sick their entire pregnancy, like diagnosed, it's a diagnosis for it, and they have to take medicine for it, and even a lot of times the medicine doesn't work. So, you know, everyone has their own different challenges that they deal with, and for me, it's issues with my blood. And it's like, you know, you can look at skinny people and be like, oh, you're carrying so well, oh, you're doing so good, oh, you look like you're doing great. And yeah, for me, I confess that I have a great pregnancy and everything is fine. But in reality, I'm having challenges. And although I may look great, my blood work is failing. So, anyway, I say all this to say that we all have our portion of the things that we deal with. And yeah, but I will also say that I take responsibility for a lot of that, because, not all of it, because there are challenges that are going to be thrown at you regardless. But I have not been taking my prenatals regularly. I have not been taking the vitamins that I've been prescribed regularly. And because people fight different ways. For some people, they worry and they get super on point with everything and they change drastically. For some people, they get depressed and they go with the woe is me, and they tell everybody what they're dealing with, and it just weighs them down. But for me, it's more so like, oh, I got a bad diagnosis. All right, I got other things to think about. Like, you know, when it goes to the back of your head and you're like, it'll get better. And you don't really address it. And that's not a great way to deal with it. Now, mind you, I don't mope around, which I'm proud of that. But not addressing it is not okay either. Because, you know, faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to do on your end, how can you expect change to happen? So that's why I can't be too upset about like my health or whatever, because I know I haven't been doing my part. Nonetheless, so on over the weekend, I ordered some medicine and some natural remedies that are going to help me, and I'm super excited about that. I've never been more excited before to take care of my health in this manner. But when you get blood work and you can see measurable differences, it's kind of like when you work out and you get to see the change like over the month or whatever. But when you get those blood test results and you see that, man, the medication I'm taking or the vitamins that I'm taking or the lifestyle changes that I made, you can literally see the numbers. That's so exciting to me. So that's what I look forward to. I always see the bright side in every situation. So I'm looking forward to changing some things in my life and taking what I need so that I can see those numbers rise. And so that's that. And sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's not. But for me, I've kept it to myself and tried to address it myself. And sometimes it's hard because you feel a certain way, but you don't want to talk about it. I never want to give a platform to negative things. But I want people to, I want to be transparent and say that there are challenges that I'm dealing with. And yeah. So I'm doing fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be well. But these things and these challenges come, and then it affects your mind in different ways, which I'll just make another video about that. But it does, and it makes you think about your delivery and what you want and all these different things. And it's like, no, you still have to confess the word over that. Like, I'm still gonna have an amazing natural delivery, an amazing VBAC. That's what I'm believing for, and that's what I'm declaring. And you know, whatever happens, happens. But I know one thing, that my mouth controls how I feel. And it literally, death and life is in the power of your tongue. So I'd rather speak life than speak the bad things that could happen. So that's why you guys haven't really heard me talk about it much, but now I am. And I'll give you guys the results. I go back on November 20th to get more blood work, but my medicine and stuff doesn't come till the 14th or 15th. So I really only have 5 days. Yeah, so I don't know. So then I'll have to get more blood work basically after that. So that's the only downside. Like, I wish I had it now. And it's not, you guys may be wondering, is it, I did have a prescription. I'm not taking it because it's for iron, but it's a regular pill, and that's one of the things that I have to address is the anemia as well. But it hasn't been proven to work. Honestly, I haven't been taking it as much, but I'm gonna do liquid iron because I think it's way more effective. Nonetheless, that is my spiel on that. This video is already 20 dang on minutes long, and I did not mean to do that, but you already knew. You already knew. I was setting myself up. Nonetheless, I think that's it for what physical things I'm going to talk about. So, yeah. Now, on to decisions that we've made. So, you guys saw that we moved River's room around. In our guest room, we're most likely going to put a crib in there and decorate our guest room to make it his room. Because in River's room, we had her crib and a full-size bed. So in our guest room, we have a full-size bed in there as well. River was never, ever, ever in her room. So that's why I was like, I'm not about to be pressed about this. I was already stressed about so many other different things. And I was like, man, his room. And then I was like, River never came to her room. As long as I have a space that's, you know, nicely decorated, we'll be fine. And we have space for that. So I just have to get a crib. And then put some wall decor up and it'll be good. There's dressers in there already. So yeah, I just need to clean out the guest room closet so I can make some room for his clothes and stuff. So that's that. His name, we have a name, guys. We have a name, a first name. We don't have a middle name. And even with the first name, it's like, are we so sure about this? But I think we are. I called him by the name once or twice. So it might be real. Because before I would not call the child the names that I was thinking about. So yeah, so now we're thinking of a middle name. And yeah, funny thing is this name was on my list with the last pregnancy. And this is the name that I said the boy's name was going to be when we had a boy. I ran away from it and it's back again. So there's that. So when we get a middle name, we will tell you. I'm not trying to be all fancy and do a big name reveal like I did last time, but it's 30 weeks and we just haven't finalized it yet. So when we finalize it, we'll let you guys know. Other than that, any decisions we've made, the room, his name, baby shower, we're still trying to come up with that. If you guys are in the Central Florida area and know of some affordable places to have a baby shower, please let us know. If not, I may have a little intimate one at my house. And yeah, River's getting excited. She's been saying sister. Like, she'll just bring up a sister. And I'm like, why are you even talking about a sister? So I'm like, no, River's a big sister. And she's like, that's not what I'm saying. So I don't know where she's going with that. But as far as we know, this is a brother. And I do need to schedule another ultrasound. So just to see, because I had that other challenge with placenta previa. That's what it was. I told you guys about the placenta previa, but I didn't tell you about the thrombocytopenia. So the placenta previa is when your placenta is covering your cervix, and which if it's very late down the line, they could put you on bed rest. And you could be, you just have to be on watch for early delivery. So thankfully, they diagnosed me with that earlier in the pregnancy. So now I honestly believe the placenta has moved, but they want me to take another ultrasound to make sure that it is out of the way. Otherwise, you know, we would just have to take the baby out because literally the placenta would be blocking the canal for them to go down. But I don't think so, because I feel his little fingers and the clapping all down here. all down there. So they say he was head down, so I'm pretty sure the placenta has moved. And so maybe we'll get some 3D 4D clips of him and pictures of him, so I'm excited about that. Nonetheless, I'm gonna wrap this up because this has already been long. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, guys, I love you. I thank you for the support. I'm always, you guys, I just want you to know that my Instagram stories are lit. Like, that is where I live at. I don't post much on Facebook. I barely post on our Instagram page, personal and Meet the Masons. But my stories, though, that's where it's at. So if you ever want to know more about me, if you want to ever get more updates, I guess, more current updates, follow me on Instagram at Kiara J Mason, and you will see more of me. So yeah, guys, that is it. I'm going to show you my bump, and then I need to get my butt going. Okay, love you. Have a good one. Bye. So as you can see, baby boy is getting much bigger, and I meant to tell you, he is kicking a whole lot, and it is quite painful, but I'm grateful. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.